But however, below 17,500, I'll be looking at a very, very powerful, sell-off that is going to happen. Good afternoon, traders. Thank you so much for joining in for another video from our LTR group. So today we are going to talk about how the market is going to be behaving tomorrow and what are the key levels to look out for. Now, there is an educational series that we are actually coming up with, and there are a few things that need to be completed. But however, I thought I'll just drop a video about what is going to happen the entire next week and what are the things that we need to keep in mind. Now, at this moment, guys, if you look at the global scenario, there are a few things that are actually coming, up over here. So SGX Nifty at this moment, if you just go ahead and see here, it is already into negative. So it is somewhere around 17,490 at this moment, and there can be a lot of selling pressure that again actually come in, in the indices at this moment. Now, as you've seen, even Dow Jones and Nasdaq are actually, more than 300 points, more than 200 points down, and all the global, indices over here are actually indicating a downside. Now, there are a lot of key events that are actually going to come in next week, and we need to be very, very careful with whatever is happening over here. And, we also have to ensure that, we play safe at the top, because nobody knows when the top is going to make and what is going to happen there. So, my request to you is to ensure that whatever quantity that you're trading at this moment, just try to reduce it as much as you can. Because if you would see at this moment from Wednesday, we have been into a buying spree in Bank Nifty. Now, if I go ahead and calculate the kind of buying that has happened, so I see an exit over here on Friday that has actually happened. And also there was not much tough buying that happened at the last, couple of hours. But however, the last after 3 o'clock, there was a 400-point increase over here. Now, if I go ahead and split this into 15 minutes and try to understand what exactly happened in the last half an hour, or let's say 45 minutes, I can see the buying over here has not been that strong. Now, we can be right, we can be wrong as to whatever has happened. It might have been a buying that can that wanted where the FIAs wanted the retailers to buy calls and carry it forward for the next day, because whoever bought put at this time was having literally whatever put they would have bought after 245 would have literally turned into half. So with that scenario in mind, guys, so there are a few things that I want to tell you at this moment. Whatever is happening with Bank Nifty, I will go to the daily time frame and I'll show you that what kind of a candle that it's doing over here. So at this moment, this is a candle that actually, when formed on the top, if has a follow-up right at the bottom, then it is going to correct itself over here. Even if we take the Fibonacci retracement over here at this moment, let me just get that up over here. So this is the bottom and this is the top. So look at this. By any chance, either a gap up, gap down, or even if we are trying to go ahead and take out 37,322, our first opportunity should be a buy with a small stop loss and with a half quantity. If that is not happening, then I would tell you, and if 37,322 is broken with a very good volume, then we can see a very decent target over here at 36,824. So I'm actually looking for this target. As to what will come up over here, I have no idea, but this 500 points are going to be something that me and my live trading group are going to be looking at. Now, these are the important zones that you would need to keep in mind. Now, look at this. If there is a price action over here and it comes here, takes a support, and then is making a bullish pattern to actually take it out on the upside, then I'm going to go ahead and look for a buy. But at this moment, I am going to look at sell on rise opportunity. But however, things will change when we are actually doing the live trade, and it will determine our way of the day going forward. But at this moment, I want you guys to be very, very careful. Next week might be a bearish week. So I want you to reduce your quantity and see what's going to happen there. Now, in terms of Nifty, now Nifty is respecting a trend line that is coming from the bottom. So if let's say it corrects itself as well, So I think it is going to halt at 17,273 for the next week. So until and unless it's going to take out this level above the 17,815, I won't be interested to look for a long opportunity. But however, over here as well, if we want to understand, via the fib, I want to tell you that this is much more weaker structure than Bank Nifty. So if by any chance, if it is taking out 17,520 or, it is gapping down below that and it stays over there, then there is going to be a further selling that is going to bring it to the first stage over here at 37,373. And over this zone, I think there would be a bit of a consolidation, and then it would either be break down or break up. So this zone is where we would not be trading next week. But however, below 17,500, I'll be looking at a very, very powerful sell-off that is going to happen. Now, there are key stocks, I had filtered out, but I think, not buying them over the top would be the right thing to do. At this moment, I will remain, very, very economical with the kind of lots that I'm going to put next week, because there are a lot of negative newses, the second biggest real estate company in China is actually facing a bankruptcy, and there are a lot of banks which are actually invested in that organization. So a lot of those things can happen over here. Now, keeping that in mind, I want to go ahead and be very, very careful. Now, I understand our salary account has grown from 75,000 to somewhere around 1.6. So even if, let's say, this month I end up with the same, I'm happy with that. But right now, it would be the capital preservation that is going to be the biggest key that we are going to be looking at. And remember, once we catch a direction from here, either the upside or the downside, it's going to continue for the next couple of months. So keeping that in mind, I want you guys to be very, very careful and try to figure out a way where you can preserve your capital. And, the best thing to do over here is go half quantity and just try to understand what the market is doing. Then I think next week is going to be a successful week for you as well. So with this information, I thank you so much for your time. I wish you have a wonderful day ahead, and Jai Hind, take care of your loved ones. We'll see you on the next fascinating video from RLTR on Monday, and goodbye for now.